One thing that I really have to comment on is my stance on the Injustice games that were actually done by NetherRealms. There are aspects of the game that I actually do like, and this is in terms of the story mode, but many people might say, well, this is a fighting game, so it doesn't seem like it's, in a sense, impactful in all of the storylines and the different plot lines that we've seen in video games. But I think that's actually a very big reason that we have to actually take a look at this, because other than the Injustice games, not a lot of mainstream AAA Injustice representations are actually out there. So if somebody was maybe for the very first time who enjoyed maybe the DC superheroes from the cinematic side were to see this game, they would probably have this conception as their main formative experience. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. I strongly believe that right after Gotham Knights, that Warner Brothers Games Montreal is more than likely going to be looking towards making a video game that does come into place with one of the heroes of the Justice League. Now, how am I certain that this is a thing that's going to happen? Well, the truth is I'm not certain. I'm speculating, but it's not just speculation out of thin air. It is speculation based on some of the things that we've seen. When you go through the Gotham Knights game, you look at some of the different aspects, you'll notice that one of the characters is actually citing some technology owned by the Justice League, and that is Robin. Robin pretty much uses one of the technology pieces that Batman has, but belongs to the Justice League, which is the Justice League teleportation system, in order for him to move around and traverse around the game. So that makes us believe that there is an element of Justice League involvement in Gotham Knights, even though it's just their technology. But I strongly think that that is the case. So what is Warner Bros. Games Montreal going to do with this? Are they going to just leave it? Are they going to pursue this? I strongly believe that when they finish with Gotham Knights, or at least somewhere in the Warner Bros. Games Montreal space, they're more than likely working on a game that involves the Justice League or a Justice League member. Now, here are a few things that I think need to be addressed very quickly, because if we don't take a look at this in a very interesting and objective perspective, we risk being put in a position where those tropes that Injustice games, actually showcase with the Justice League members, be repeated in a sense. But I think in Warner Brothers Montreal, there seems to be a liking towards some of the characters that I felt were not necessarily done right in the Injustice video games. So you think about Superman. He, in my opinion, from the Injustice series, seemed to have been put in a very weird position where he was someone standing at the precipice of being full-blown evil and without any form of redemption. I think he was already far gone. Now, not saying he could not have been redeemed in a sense, but he carried out so many atrocities in this storyline that they chose to go with that it just became really interesting and weird to see a character like him be put in that light. Now, in one aspect of the Injustice game, they did show that he still had some good aspects of him, but that was about it before the game eventually abruptly finished. And we don't even know if NetherRealms is going to be working on another Injustice game. I hope they don't. They should just do that their Mortal Kombat 12 thing, because I want to play another Mortal Kombat game with all the lessons that they've learned from MK11. Now, you kind of ask and say, okay, but is this the only hint that we've seen that Warner Bros. Games Montreal is going to be working on an Injustice game? Well, we also got to see a picture or a wall poster of Black Canary in the Belfry. And this was a very interesting showcase because they were just doing a little preview around the Belfry, and just right there on one of the walls, there was a picture of the Black Canary, I think a poster of her being a musician. So this lends to two possibilities. If there is no Justice League game of any kind, then possibly the future expansion or extension of this universe seems like it will favor featuring the Justice League members, maybe expansion DLC characters, even something along the lines of one of the interviews that was actually done, and one of the game directors, I think the game director, Jeff Eleanor, was asked about potentially things to see and look forward in the future. And even he said, even though he couldn't spoil, anything, it appeared that he hinted that there was going to be more. And from this, in quote, more, I think this is where this is going to be coming from. And we're possibly going to be seeing what this extended universe is like. Now, when this extended universe, or if this extended universe of Gotham Knights, making its way into Suicide Squad, if and when it ever comes around, I'm hoping that they actually put Superman in a really good light. They already took out Batman from the picture, in a sense. We'll see how that actually comes into full circle. But at the end of the day, I think all of the different hypotheses that we have about Batman, maybe him not being dead, or maybe having an expansion of him from a prequel perspective, gets all of that backstory. So let's build an imaginary expansion pack here. Well, we get to go back to the events before the explosion at Wayne Manor that, in quote, killed Batman. And we get to see how Batman's relationship with maybe some of the Knights, and then some of the activities that he had going with the Justice League. And we get to see how Robin may have gotten a hold of that technology, or how Batman had a hold of that technology, which was eventually passed on in his demise. That by itself creates an entire amazing plot line, provides opportunities for other superheroes that could be introduced into this world. And there's a suspecting side of me where I'm thinking that Warner Brothers Games Montreal, if given the opportunity, will capitalize on this. And I'm hoping that they actually do. But that's pretty much my analysis on all of this. I don't want to jump in too far because we're yet to receive Gotham Knights as a video game in itself. We're looking at somewhere around a month and a few days. And I'm certain that some of you are also looking forward to that as well. I'm hoping that it turns out to be something pretty cool, but I guess we're going to see when the game is finally released. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. Would you like to see the Justice League in this universe? And if you are looking forward to that, or if you hope to see that, what exactly are you hoping to see the Justice League being represented as in this universe? Is there a specific superhero, specific storyline, something that you think is going to flow very smooth in all of this that will complement this entire game and its narrative so far? Thanks for watching the video, and hopefully we'll talk pretty soon. Peace out.